To buy Madden 22 coins for the 100% cheapest price on the internet with quick delivery, check out my sponsor MMOEXP by clicking the link at the top of the description and use code SWIFT at checkout for 5% off. Salted family, and today I'm coming back at you guys with another Madden 22 video on the channel, and in today's video I think I might have built the best no money spent team in Madden 22. Now what we're going to be doing in this video is showing off my team and talking about how you at home can also build the no money spent team just like this and get up to a 91 overall as a no money spent player. But you know one thing we're not going to be talking about in this video? We are not going to be talking about Saints Falcons. As you guys know, I'm a big time Saints fan, and man, we just came out completely flat today. Like, man, I'm not joking you guys when I say our wide receivers and tight ends are literally the worst in the NFL by a mile. I'm literally going to go buy plane tickets and try out for the team as a receiver because goddamn, we are bad there. But without further ado, let's get into the video. The first thing we're going to be doing right here, boys, is we are going to be going over the team because we did make some changes to the lineup. And then what I want to do is talk about how you guys can build a team just like this and get up to a 91 overall. So yes, that's the big news. As you guys can see, since the last time I made a no money spent episode, the overall has gone up by 1. We are now up to a 91 overall. I think we have a 91 overall defense and a 90 overall offense. So I'm not sure how EA gave me a 91, but hey, I am not going to be complaining. So yeah, taking a look at the team right here, let's talk about the offensive side of the ball. And since the last time I made a no money spent episode, I think we have two little changes. The first one is I decided to pick up Marcus Mariota. Now, buying an LTD quarterback is an interesting decision to make, but I think it's a solid investment because A, the card has really nice stats, and B, if you buy a limited time card when they're in packs, typically what's going to happen is when they go out of packs, their price is going to go up. So it's a solid investment to make in terms of coins, and it's also a good investment to make in terms of the good player. Now, team change number 2, we also decided to go ahead and buy Kyle Pitts' power up and power the card up to a 90 overall. I'm considering doing the same thing for T.Y. Hilton, but his power up I think is still pretty expensive. But Kyle Pitts, I decided to power him up. I'm thinking that Kyle Pitts is probably going to be on my team for a very long time. Whenever he gets a new card, I'll probably be picking him up. So powering him up, it seemed like a solid decision. And then otherwise, we don't have a ton of changes on the offensive side of the ball. One thing that I did that I strongly suggest all you guys do is at your fullback spot, I want you guys to put a tight end there. So whoever your tight end is, whoever maybe your backup tight end is, or your tight end 3, take a look at the overall of those players when you put them to fullback. As you guys can see, if I were to put Kyle Pitts at fullback, he'd be an 86. Now, obviously, Kyle Pitts isn't great at run blocking, but when we have someone like George Kittle, who's a really nice run blocker, at fullback, he's up to a 90 overall. So that's really helpful for the overall. And just to prove that point, if I switch CJ Ham into my starting fullback, as you guys can see right here, I think my overall might go down. As you can see, my overall is going down to a 90. So by making this really easy change and just putting George Kittle in at fullback, that actually brings my overall up by 1. So what you guys want to do is make sure you are taking a look at your fullback spots and you're putting in a tight end there. And also another thing that you guys are definitely going to want to do is scroll down and drop a like on the video. If you don't do that, I simply don't like you back. So drop a like down below if you enjoyed the Madden 22 content. Hit that sub button. We are getting really close to 115k. So if you're watching this, you enjoy the content, and maybe you watch my videos relatively often but you're not subscribed, hit that sub button down below. Now enough blabbering from me. I think those are the major team changes on offense. Roddy White, T.Y. Hilton are the wide receivers. T.Y. Hilton was a nice little investment. We'll talk about that a little bit later though. And let's move on to the defense, boys. On defense, there was 2 minor changes to the team. Now, the first change was getting Jalen Phillips and powering that man up. As you guys can see, this is a free card from the Gridiron Forge 2, I believe it is, or sorry, the Gridiron Forge 3. And as you guys can see, the man has 91 speed and 92 excel, 89 block shed, 91 finesse move. So a pretty nice pass rusher. As you guys know, with your outside linebackers, you can actually sub them in at like defensive ends and have them pass rush in nickel or dime. So that's what I'm going to be doing at Jalen Phillips. And the card definitely looks pretty solid. The other thing that I decided to do is I decided to pick up Jack Youngblood, but what we're going to be doing is we're now going to be shifting Jack Youngblood into defensive tackle. He's up to a 92 with the team captain boost. I'll drop a video in the description to talk about how to get him to a 92 as well as how to get Jalen Phillips. But what I decided to do is I'm shifting Jack Youngblood into DT. I'm going to have LT and Jalen Phillips off the edge, and then what I do is I actually run dollar. So all I have are 2 edge rushers and then 1 defensive tackle, and those are going to be my 3 players on the field for me. So I think that's actually a pretty solid upgrade because what I used to do is it used to be LT, Jack Youngblood, and Jonathan Allen, but I think Jack Youngblood would be a nice defensive tackle, and I think Jalen Phillips is going to be a much better pass rusher than Jack Youngblood was. And then otherwise, I believe that's basically it for the defense. If you guys want to take a look at my abilities, this is what I'm rocking with right here. On my pass rushers, what I like to do is I just put unpredictable on all of them. I feel like it's like a solid ability. It's really cheap. It only costs you 1 AP as well, so you can throw it on really anyone that pass rushes for you, and they should get some better pass rush moves. And then additionally, when we take a look at the corners right here, essentially what what I did is any of those guys that are in like a zone over the middle of the field, so any people that are in a yellow zone, which is Jamal Adams and Jeremy Chin, I put Acrobat on them so that they're a little bit better. If there's like a pass over the middle, maybe next to them, they can dive for that. And then as well, on my 2 starting corners, we decided to go Acro as well. Now, how can you build a team just like this in Madden 22? Well, what I want to do right here is talk about the power of getting free players and the power of making smart investments. As you guys can see, a lot of my team is free player based. Basically, my whole offensive line, a lot of my backs and receivers, and basically my whole defense is cards that I got for free. So my recommendation to you guys is to stay up to date on getting these free players. Don't let it get too far behind when the solos came out maybe like 2 weeks ago or 3 weeks ago, because what that's going to do is it's going to pile up all the solos that you got to play, and it's just going to mean that you're not going to be able to play through all of them. And B, when you do end up claiming the card, let's say for example, I waited maybe a couple of weeks before playing Gridiron Forge, by that time Jalen Phillips stats, they become a little bit less relevant. So what you guys want to do is just stay up to date with your solo challenges. You're going to get so many free players. And then when it comes to buying players for your team, all you're going to be doing is kind of like filling in the gap. So Marcus Mariota, he's got good stats, and he was also a solid investment. T.Y. Hilton, the exact same thing. I know this card right here, I can quick sell for 250k. I think I got the card for like 295k. So whenever I'm done with T.Y. Hilton, I quick sell him and I lose 45k. It's not that big of a deal, and I just got a really nice card. So what you guys want to do when you're kind of filling in the gaps is you want to make sure you're buying players and you're buying them at a solid price. So Saturdays when the prices are down, maybe if you're buying a limited time card, buy it when they're in packs so you can sell it off later when you're not using the card. And that's what you guys want to do to kind of build a team like this. All right, boys. Now at the end of the video, what we're going to be doing, since I'm actually pretty satisfied with my team right here, and I don't have a ton of players that I'm really targeting on purchasing, if you're in a situation like that, probably what you want to start doing is starting to stack up your strategy cards. As you guys can see, we got the strategy item exchange. Currently, all I have is 1 strategy card on offense and 1 strategy card on defense. 1 is for my wide receivers, and then 1 is for the defensive back. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm actually going to be opening this pack up a little bit live in the video. I think I got to open this up a total of 7 times, as long as I don't get any green cards, to be able to get one of the fantasy packs for a blue strategy card. So that's what we're going to be doing in the video. I'll probably just open up a couple of these on camera, a couple of them off camera, and then of course I'll be showing you guys me opening up my strategy card and going for +1 speed. Okay, so there we go. We now have all the cards that are required to be able to do this set right here, the rare strategy item exchange, and then be able to do this set as well, the rare defense strategy item exchange, if we don't end up getting a good card. So let's do that right here. And also, as you guys may or may not know, when it comes to getting speed boost cards, I made a full video talking about how to get these. I will leave that linked in the description if you're totally lost and you're watching this and you're like, what in the world is this guy doing? But here we go. We are going to be pulling this pack right here. This one is giving us just a random rare strategy item. I would say the odds of me getting a good one right here, they are relatively unlikely, but hey, fingers crossed, maybe we get lucky. Speed boost, please. We are not getting speed boost. We're going to be getting Iron Wall, which gives us awareness and pass block finesse, so we really don't need that card. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to do this exchange set right here. Now what we're hoping for is we're hoping for like an in the zone card. As you guys can see, I have this one right here, which gives me plus speed and plus zone coverage. I've also got this one right here, which gives me plus speed to those wide receivers. So we're going to be putting in this card, the one that we don't need. If I put in one of the other cards, I would have been super upset if that was a mistake, but here we go. Now this pack, it gives us a much better chance because there's 10 cards in here, boys. So all we need is to hope that one of these cards is going to be plus speed for our defensive backs. Now, honestly, I would say the odds are relatively low that we get one, but hey, we have a chance, boys. There's 10 cards in here. We are 3 cards deep. Basically, every single time you open this pack up, it costs you like a nice amount of coins. As you guys can see so far, halfway done. I don't see a speed card quite yet. We don't have one here. Or actually, we do get one right here, but it's from middle linebackers, so not super helpful. I don't think that would actually start on my team. I don't think I would use that. Another speed one. It's in the zone, but I think that's the exact same card as the one that I had before. I'll have to check. If you get the exact same strategy card twice, I don't think you can use it. That sucks right there, boys. As you guys can see, it's got speed and tackling. I think that's the one that I had before. If we don't end up getting another speed card, I'll pick it and we'll be able to check, but I don't know if that's going to be what we need. We actually get the other in the zone, which is speed and man coverage, and there we go. That is the pull we were waiting for. That is the pull we were waiting for. No way we just finessed that. In the zone, speed, man coverage, play rec, awareness. I already had this one before, but this is the one I need. In the zone for speed and man coverage. That might just be, I think, the best strategy card in all of Madden 22. Let's Go, baby. What a pull right there. What a pull. Oh, my God. I'm so hyped. Oh, my goodness. Well, boys, this is a big moment for the team. This is a really big moment. We actually have we have 3 of the strategy cards that we need so far. As you guys know, you actually can't use the same strategy card twice. And this card, the one that we pulled in the pack, it had speed and tackling. So that would have been the same one. But we clutch up and we get speed and man coverage in the pack as well. We're going to upgrade this one right here. Of course, we're putting in all the training that we possibly need to get as many boosts as possible for the team. And now let's take a look at the secondary, because this secondary, it is going to be flying around to the football. Man, I'm so hyped we got that. All right, boys, as you guys can see, if we take a look at one of these cards right here, let's take a look at Jeremy Chin. The man should have +2 speed. He should have plus man coverage. He should have plus zone coverage. And there we go. Jeremy Chin with +2 speed. Man goes up by 1. Zone goes up by 2 because we have 2 of the zone cards. And that is just absolutely wonderful. So +2 speed to the entire secondary. Going up from +1 speed, of course. Mike Haynes. Every single card you see in the secondary, they now have +2 speed. You love to see that right there. All we got to do is get 1 more on offense, and then we have all of our strategy cards. So yeah, that's going to do it for me in the video. Definitely a lot of strategy card talk at the end, but that's going to do it. Until next time, boys, I'm out. Peace.